Okay, so we were just walking through the park in Central Park where Dorothea, Conor, and I all happen to be right now, which is incredible that we're all in the same place because we're world travelers, folks. And Dot just said something amazing. Can you repeat it?
How did it go?
It was really profound.
I think I said something like, I always have a plan B, but I never know my plan A.
Yeah.
Or like...
Yeah,
that was it.
Is that it?
Enough.
Okay,
That was
yeah. Yeah.
Let me get this.
Basically in reference to my travels and how, like, I know that there are certain places that are in the world that I've lived and I have connections and I have places where I know I can go back to, have a job, have friends, have community, but I really have no desire to live there right now. But worst case scenario, I can always go back,
Yes.
you know? But I really don't always know where I'm going to be sleeping at night sometimes, or where my next destination is, or even a month from now, like what I'm going to be doing. And I have to let that go. And it's reassuring to know that I have a landing pad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need it, but I don't really want to use it.
Yes.
But it's there. So that's important, kind of sense of security. Yeah.
I feel like there's an element to like the confidence of having a good plan B allows you to be more present for plan A.
Totally.
To unfold itself.
To unfold itself.
Yeah.
And you can get pretty structured with your plan B if that sounds good. Like your plan B sounds pretty kick-ass.
Yeah.
And
But just not what you want to
Just
be
not what
doing.
I want. Yeah.
Right. But it's a great worst case scenario.
Yeah, it's kind of like been there, done that,
Uh-huh.
but it's like, well, it's just still, it's not the worst thing in the world, you know?
And it sounds like for all of us, and I think more and more people I meet, is like plan A is being as present as possible.
Yeah.
And letting it all happen. Just being there and just being part of it and being fluid.
Yeah.
Just jumping in the wind, the river, whatever metaphor you want to use, and going with that flow. And having a plan B, I think is what you're talking about. It's like it allows you to feel comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that plan B is just knowing like, okay, I'm not going to die. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to have money, I'm going to have food, I'm going to be set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this plan A, I feel like we were all also just talking about how like our travel plans are changing all the time.
Constantly.
Like we had no idea we would all be in New York
Uh-huh.
right now. It just, we kind of thought it might not work out, but it did. And like Dot was just going to hop on a plane to Peru yesterday. That might have happened, but it didn't. And like
Yeah.
We were going to hop on a plane
to
today,
Austin
right?
tomorrow.
So
And we just
we
canceled
just
those
didn't.
tickets.
Yeah.
And we were saying like, just about having fewer plans, like how it's kind of a bummer sometimes when like you're in the flow and things are going great and then you're like, oh, I made this plan.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know, I think there's a balance there.
Yeah, I think depending on what the plan is, in my experience, I've had to change my plans depending on what commitments I've made because I really like to stay true to my word. And if I promise someone that I'm going to work for them in a certain place at a certain time, then I like to own up to that and perform like how I said I would. So that can be good and it can kind of cause some roadblocks sometimes. But it all works out. In my experience, it's all been fine. But there have been times when I haven't wanted to leave a place, but I've promised myself it to be in another place. And tickets have already been booked. And I've learned the more I travel, the more to just go with one-way tickets. Like, don't buy the round trip because
Yeah,
you
it's
never
true.
know.
And like fly Southwest
Yes.
whenever you can, because you can use the points and just get new flights anytime.
Yeah, they're very flexible.
Yeah.
I've even noticed, like, in making plans throughout a day or within, like, an hour space, sometimes I don't want to do that. Like, someone will be like, hey, do you want to go do this thing in, like, an hour? And I'm like, I don't know. Can we just see about it in an hour? Like, I don't... Because I've just found more and more that I'm totally okay with making plans if that's the way it needs to be in order to do the thing I want to do. But I'm finding more and more that I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like, everything I want to do is unfolding as it happens, and when I'm in the moment really feeling like I want to do that thing, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I don't like kind of thinking about, oh, I've got this thing at this time, this thing at that time, and it just doesn't feel as free as I want to be feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Plan A is freedom.
That's right.
Freedom!
Yeah. Plan A is no plan. Plan A is
is
don't
no
plan.
plan. Yeah, totally. And then if all goes to shit, you've got your plan B.
Yeah.
Right.
But it just doesn't, does it?
It's never gone to shit. Has it ever gone to shit for you guys?
It's never gone to
No.
shit, ever.
No.
It's gone to shit when I've had a very strict plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets in your way. Yeah.
And the like having, and usually I think my plan A, if ever it jumps to like a plan C,
Uh-huh.
it's never really like, oh,
Yeah,
well, I
yeah.
guess I'll have to take that plan B. It's like, oh no, there's this new plan C that just came into the picture and it's even better than plan A.
Yeah.
It just
So true.
And so like, to me that feels just kind of like believing that everything's unfolding for us perfectly.
Yeah.
I think we keep talking about in a lot of different themes an idea of safety and freedom. And I think plan B is the safety part, which allows the freedom part to unfold and feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe eventually we won't even need the plan B, you know? But I think that we're used to having these plans. We're used to having these
Structure.
plans. We're used to having structure.
Yeah.
And if we can still keep it in the back of our mind,
as a concept.
as a concept.
Plan B is just like a fake concept.
Yeah.
totally. It allows us to be more
But it
present.
feels real. That's
Right.
what matters.
Exactly.
That's all that
It feels
matters.
real.
Exactly.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay, cool. I'm so glad
Cool.
we sat down and did this video
Yeah.
right now.
Great to see you both in New York.
Yeah. So
It's good to be
cool.
here.
Yeah. Hope you guys are living your plan A.
Yeah. Really.
Thank you.
If you don't know what your plan A is, what do you do?
Just breathe and enjoy the moment.
Like you, or I guess you.
Yeah, that is the
I mean, that is
plan A.
the plan A. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But what if you're not happy in your present moment?
Keep breathing.
Keep breathing.
Yeah. Find positive aspects, like what you were saying.
Yeah, find more positive aspects of this moment. Just to be grateful to take this breath, to be grateful for this green that's surrounding us and this wild, amazing city.
Mm-hmm.
There's always things to appreciate.
I believe that wholeheartedly. Even in like the depths of despair, it's like there are still, you can still flip any despairing situation and think, well, what am I learning from this? And that's what's the positive? What's the thing that I'm learning that's positive out of this? You know, like how am I growing? How am I becoming a different, better person?
Yeah, and those places are all processes, unfolding, growth promoting. They're all leading towards something bigger and more beautiful if you choose to go that path.
Yeah.
Sometimes despair is, like the way through, the way to the bigger ball of light.
Yeah. And I feel like it's just like make it your life.
Mm-hmm.
Make it badass because
own that.
you're the only one that can.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be the powerful doer of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in control. Right?
Sitting back and being like, fuck, this is hard.
Yeah.
Just be like, no, I got this. This is great.
Wow. So cool.
Okay, cool. All right. That's it. That's what we got for you guys. I'm going to put up links to their channels. See you later.
See ya.
See ya.